So what do you think are some of the most rewarding deals that you and I have worked on together?
It definitely has to be the one we just closed. I think it was last month.
Okay.
And that one was rewarding again. First-time home buyers starting their family.
Yeah, and what happened? What did we find out during the middle of the process?
Oh my gosh. So again, property is everything, you know, making sure that we have what we need for a property. And unfortunately, in this case, with the condo, didn't meet the requirements. Right?
And why didn't it? Because they were doing down payment assistance and there's specific guidelines?
It wasn't specifically down payment assistance. It was just simply conventional loans with condos require HOA guidelines to be met.
All right.
So in this case, the particular condo did not. They had recommendations by HOA reserve studies, and they didn't follow them. And that's not something you're going to find out when you're putting in an offer. You're going to find it out later. We do actually what's called a full condo review. And in this case, for that client, it didn't follow through and we had to cancel the contract. And that was, at the time, devastating.
It was a heartbreaker for both of us because we were so excited to get this first-time homebuyer couple. They're really young, and to see it fall through was tough for everybody.
But the thing I want to talk about is you don't give up. So tell me about what you did as soon as that happened and kind of what your steps were after that.
Statistically speaking, when a deal falls through, it's easy to blame the agent, right? And somebody usually moves on. I think because you helped me out and we have the grit and stick-to-itiveness to get it done, we created a strategy for them and figured out other homes that would work for them. There was another one we made an offer on and it didn't work. It didn't meet the guidelines that we were looking for that you mentioned.
There was a lot that you were sifting through.
Yes. And there were other ones that, you know, just didn't work for their family, for the area or where they needed to be or conveniently located. So we finally identified a property that would work for them. And they hung in there with us to get it done. And it took lots of negotiating and lots of phone calls to the seller's agent and you, and making sure everyone was involved and communicating. And we closed the deal and found out that they're starting their family and they get to do it in a new home.
And I know that at the very end, you know, as they get started on this and it's their first home, it's a client that we're going to have for life, you know, because of everything that we do to work hard for them. So when you think about that and you think about people who might be in the same situation, like what's your advice to them as we tell that story? And you know,
find a realtor and a team, not just the realtor, but the lender as well. That's gonna work for you. And I think the really great thing that I love about our partnership is that we treat those young kids like family. You know, they were like the same age as my kids. And it was like I was protecting them and hovering over them like a mother would and making sure that it got done. They appreciated that and felt that from us. And now if their family outgrows that home, they're gonna come to us and we're gonna be their first stop when they're ready to move.
Awesome.